What is up, everybody? Welcome to today's stream. Happy start of the week for everybody. What I want to do today is first I want to get out of Streamlabs and actually, you know what? Today we'll just use I hate doing this to you guys, but we'll just use like a standard Zoom sort of layout because I do want to share a document with you, and I want you to see it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to tell you my one weird trick. Yes, sorry, I know this is a YouTube little hook, but anyway, it is one weird trick. It is one trick, and it is weird about how to really save space in the method sections in your papers, in qualitative papers. Okay, so. Why is this important? This is important because an increasingly number of journals have page limits and word limits for papers, and this is super unfair for all of us to do qualitative research because our data is not just like a table at the end of the paper. Our data are quotes that fill, that like fill an entire paper. So, like this is my first MS quarterly piece, and you can see like, let's just look at this page, right? So data are this like, this little, they're tabbed in, so indented text. And look at this. I mean, half of the text here is data, right? So obviously it's horrible to really have to, write a paper like this within the allocated space for a paper, right? When there are page limits, and even when there aren't, there still are. They will tell you to like cut. I mean, it always has happened to me. Like cut 8 pages, cut 10 pages of your cut 10 pages of your. Sorry about that. My phone ringing. So let's get back to I'll just take it from the start. So the what I was trying to tell you is like, even when there are no page limits, you still get page limits because, I mean, a journal doesn't want like a 55 page paper, okay, or a 50-page paper. I normally aim to between 40 and 45, but like over 40, you're really pushing it, and it's okay for the first time, for the first submission, but you won't get away with it in the revise and resubmit, my friends. That's like for sure. Okay, so I know that especially when you're a PhD student and you're working on qualitative methods, you want to like explain all your brilliant epistemological and ontological assumptions. I know, I have been there, I have done that, okay? But, I mean, just ask yourself, if you have to cut somewhere, right, on the theory that sets up your argument and on the data, and you're theorizing after the data, do you want to cut there? No, of course not. You want to go to everywhere else, right? So you'll see like some papers have like really short introductions, I mean, others will have very short, theory sections, and they'll just go into the data. There's a way of writing qualitative papers that I don't like very much, but it's maybe because I don't know how to do it, I guess. But it's my former advisor, Van der Lukowski, does that, which is she writes what I write in the discussion. She writes in the results section, so she doesn't have a separate discussion section with the model and so on. I just don't feel super comfortable doing that. I don't know how to do it. So anyway, so methods is where you can cut, right? So I'll tell you my trick. My trick is very simple. Tables, text in tables do not count for word counts or page counts for papers, right? Normally, looking at your organization science. So anyway, so what I do is I do 2 tables on my papers, one with the data collection procedures and one with the data analysis procedures. And you see, like, data analysis here is a page and a half, and this is half a page. And so 2 things. First, these are at least 2 pages that I'm saving because they are in the tables part of the paper and not in the main text. But I'm saving way more because if you look at the tables, this is in columns, the letter size is smaller, and you can write a table like a little bit of an outline. You could never get away with writing like this in the main text of a paper, like in bullet points. So it really saves, like, I would say, like, this saved me like 4 pages at the very least in a paper. 4 pages is a lot on a qualitative piece. Okay, so basically, the way I do my data collection is I'm very descriptive, right? So I try not to like pardon my English, take the piss and just put I did this. I do explain what I did. So this is a relatively long paragraph, but because it's in a table, I think I'm sort of like trying to say, okay, this is not in the main text, but I'm not just like dismissing it. I'm taking it seriously and providing a good explanation of my data collection procedure. So normally what I do is I just split it in observations, interviews, and documents, and then I have counts here at the end, okay? Now, for the data analysis procedures, I normally do not use grounded theory or any formulaic data analysis method, just because I think that when you're writing for a top-level journal, everything in your paper needs to be a contribution. Nothing can be formulaic or a cliche. So I always try to innovate a little bit with in the data analysis and do my own thing. The best example I have of that is actually not in this paper, is in my other MS quarterly piece, where I come up with this coding for practice artifact chains. Okay, and obviously I can do that with grounded theory or anything else, right? So, and again, this is in a table and in bullets, but again, I'm not like saying I don't care about this, right? So I do provide very specific details about coding. Okay, I think this is good practice because it helps reviewers evaluate your work, but it also shows reviewers. I'm also signaling, right? I'm also telling reviewers, I know this is in the table, but I'm not dismissing this. I'm taking it seriously, okay? So that's my trick, so just use tables, one table for data collection and one table for data analysis, and put this in the table piece of your paper. What can happen here, has happened to me in the past, is reviewers will say, we want your methods like in the paper. And normally, because they are asking this, I normally get back to the editor and say, look, is it okay if I like add a couple pages to the paper, because I do need to provide the details on methods in the body of the text as asked by reviewers, and they're normally okay with it. You will need to sacrifice a little bit of flesh in other parts of the paper, just to show that you're compromising, you're sort of like going halfway, meeting them halfway, as the Black Eyed Peas song says. So think about it for your next paper, especially on your first submission. This may be something that you want to do that will give you some extra pages to put the data that you need or theorize a little bit better. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I do want to finish by telling you a little bit about a very small change to the channel, which is I'm going to try to intersperse live writing with topical videos such as this one. And the reason is that I've realized that I get some ideas in live writing that only happen in live writing. So I just want to use that as an opportunity to talk about specific things on writing and research that only come up when you're actually doing it, and also the advantage is that I have an example to show you at the time. Okay, so it'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be topical videos. Tuesday and Thursday it will be live writing. So still most of the content is topical videos. Live writing, if you go and check out past videos, has topical content as well, but it's just unplanned, let's say. Okay, so with that, I wish you all best of luck for your papers. If you have any questions or want me to do a video on a specific topic, please let me know. Okay.